Hello, I will be critiquing the film Stand By Me, a coming-of-age drama directed by Rob Reiner that was released on August 8th, 1986, starring River Phoenix, Will Wheaton, Jerry O'Connell, and Corey Feldman as the main characters. This film was based off Stephen King's novel, The Body. The film is set in the year 1959. It begins with a junior high boy named Vern Tessio who accidentally stumbles into a conversation between his older brother and friend talking about a dead body of a local boy who was hit by a train. He goes to tell his friends, Chris Chambers, Gordy Lachance, and Jay Duchamp, about what he just overheard. They all decided to pack up and hit the road to search for the body. Throughout the journey, they run into all sorts of situations and predicaments that bring the boys closer together. But little do they know, the older boys have also decided to look for the body to receive local fame and glory. Starting off with the costumes in the film, they were very characteristic of the 1950s. The costumes depicted what you would assume of these characters early on. Chris's costume made him look tough and worthy of being the leader of their gang. Gordy's costume made him not look like the strongest type, but the noblest. Vern's costume made him look like the messenger of the group, aka the one who always goes to the quote special hideout yelling, "Hey guys!" Lastly, Tay's costume portrayed the pride for the military and his father's service. Not forgetting to mention the production design, it was very pretty. Large beautiful landscapes, wide sunny fields, and tall forests. I kept wondering where this movie was taking place, and then I learned it was Oregon. The production design really placed emphasis on the natural beauty of the surrounding area and the feeling of rural small-town life. Moving on, the cinematography included a lot of wide-angle shots to show the beautiful scenery, or to show the miles these four kids are walking. It sometimes captured all of the kids' facial expressions at once, which is really useful in a film like that. The boys did seem like they were trying to be adults in the movie. They smoked cigarettes and yelled out curse words sometimes, but truly, they were just a bunch of junior high kids. Their acting at times was impressive, especially in the most dramatic moments with their crying and laughing. It made a huge impact on the setting of each scene. The lighting was also beautiful, giving off the sense of adventure with something waiting at the end of it. At certain points, like the time the boys were camping out at the fire, the bonfire gave off a mood of fear and wonderment. Next is the effectiveness of the film's editing. Like in the scene when Gordy has a bad dream, the editing made everything look very white and murky as if the scene itself was trying to represent being unconscious. Plus, the immediate flash that occurred when Gordy's father quickly turned to him in the dream was like a sign that he was about to say something that will put a big effect on Gordy. There was no score in the movie, but there was a soundtrack of popular songs from the 50s, including its namesake Stand By Me by Ben E. Lee. When the boys were walking on the train tracks, the song Every Day by Buddy Holly plays. The song helped the scene capture the boys' innocence on a summer day and the beauty of the landscape. In one scene, the boys made the decision to cross a treacherous train bridge rather than walking miles around it. Halfway across the bridge, the faint sound of an approaching train startled the boys. The looping sound effect of a large locomotive chugging towards them with horns blaring became increasingly louder, and the boys' footsteps and voices became quieter. The approach used to contextually analyze this film is generic. This film is representative of a drama and utilizes an expected formula. There are two things that makes this film a drama. First, the boys' expressed emotions. Second, the situations they experience that strengthen their bonds. Throughout the movie, the boys' bonds grew in intense and emotional ways, like the time they built their trust by taking turns keeping watch, or built their understanding by sharing each other's family relationships. Being put through certain situations does force people to work with one another. This movie has no fancy bells and whistles. It was a coming of age movie with realistic relationships and events. Matt Millis from Consequence of Sound said it best. Together, King and Reiner created one of the rare films about children that treats the bonds, fears, and pains of youth with the same emotional depth and weight reserved for movies about adults. It's a boyhood coming of age story that doesn't rely on nostalgia, that understands that a trip into the woods with buddies can reroute lives, and that sometimes boys begin to become men only because life means them no alternative.